boys and girls of grade 5, and welcome to another English language lesson. Today, our focus would be on vocabulary. Now, I want you to listen to these words: up, down, succeed, fail, back, forth, generous, stingy, and inhale, exhale. Are those pairs of words familiar? Can you guess what is our topic for today's lesson? Oh, how smart and keen you are, boys and girls of grade 5. You are definitely correct. Today, we will be looking at antonyms. Now, I know you are familiar with this term, but let me remind you. An antonym is a word that is opposite in meaning to another word. They refer to words that have contrasting meanings. Like so much of English language, antonym is rooted in the Greek language. The Greek word anti means opposite, while onym means name. So from the translation, antonym means opposite name. Just like synonyms, the perfect antonym can be found in a thesaurus. Remember, a thesaurus is a special dictionary that is used for finding synonyms and antonyms. I'm sure you remember that from our last lesson. They, however, are often used by writers to help find the best word to express an idea, and are important since it helps to add variety to your vocabulary. So again, why are antonyms important? First off, they help to build your vocabulary. Understanding the opposite of a word can lead to a more accurate understanding of the word itself, which deepens our vocabulary as well as our spelling and comprehension skills. The contrast in these words, for example, up, down, or back, forth, helps the meanings of other words to become clearer. For example, the contrast in an intelligent woman versus a foolish woman. Another benefit of antonyms is that they assist in making reading and writing more enjoyable. In searching for the right word to insert in a piece of writing, authors are able to make their writing more precise. So when you're writing your compositions, boys and girls, you must ensure that you look for the right word. This helps with imagery and sound, since the reader would be able to use their imagination based on your correct word choice. Also, antonyms make writing come alive. Antonyms save us from having boring pieces, since it helps to enrich our writing. So let's look at some other examples of antonyms. Common, rare. Forget, remember. Broad, narrow. Drunk, sober. Ascend, descend. Advance, retreat. If someone is not a miser, then there must be a spendthrift. Also, opposites can include internal, external, minority, majority, optimistic versus pessimistic, simple, complex, horizontal, vertical, healthy, unhealthy, complete, incomplete. From the last two examples, healthy, unhealthy, complete, incomplete, you can see that we made use of simple prefixes to make opposites. Let's make an attempt at these exercises on antonyms. In this exercise, the underlined word here is proud. The other words are cool, peacock, and humble. Which of these words is opposite in meaning to proud? I'll give you a second to think about it. Definitely, you are correct. The opposite of proud is humble. Let's go on to the other. Our next word is ancient. Our options are old, building, and new. Which of those three words is opposite in meaning to ancient? Very good job. The opposite of ancient is new. Our next word is elated. What is the opposite of elated? Is it glad, happy, or unhappy? Yes, the opposite of elated is unhappy. I hoped you weren't tricked by placing the synonym, which is happy. So the opposite of elated is unhappy. Our next one is genuine. What is the antonym of genuine? Real, counterfeit, or natural? The opposite of genuine is counterfeit. And lastly, in this exercise, what is the opposite of private? Alone, public, or hidden? Yes, that was a simple one. The opposite of private is public. Let's go on to this other exercise, which is in a multiple choice format. In this exercise, we need to choose the correct word, which is the opposite in meaning of the underlined word. Let's look at the first sentence. The sums were very simple. The word underlined is simple. Our options are A, easy, B, slight, and C, difficult. Which of those choices is the opposite in meaning of the word simple? Yes, definitely. The opposite of simple is difficult. So our new sentence should read, the sums were very difficult. Number 2, smoking is prohibited in schools. Our underlined word is prohibited. What is the opposite of prohibited? The options are A, permitted, B, disallowed, or C, done. Yes, the opposite of prohibited is permitted. So our new sentence would read, smoking is permitted in school. The next sentence is, regular visits were made to the doctor. The underlined word is regular. Our options are often, irregular, and scarcely. What is the opposite of the word regular? Brilliant choice. The opposite of regular is irregular. To form this opposite, we used a prefix IR in front of regular in order to get the opposite. Number 4. Nowadays, many people are often seen driving old-fashioned cars. Our underlined word is old-fashioned. The options are automatic, modern, or expensive. What is the opposite of old-fashioned? Definitely modern. The opposite of old-fashioned is modern. So our new sentence would say, nowadays, many people are often seen driving modern cars. And lastly, some students appear to be quite idle in their approach to their lessons. Our underlined word is idle. Our options are diligent, doubtful, and amazed. What do you think is the antonym of the word idle? Yes, and that is how you're supposed to be. Diligent. The opposite of idle is diligent. So the new sentence would say, some students appear to be diligent in their approach to their lesson. Good job. Let's recap. An antonym is a word that is opposite in meaning to another word. Antonyms are important because they help our speech and writing to come alive, which ensures that our pieces are not boring. Just like synonyms, antonyms can also be found in a special dictionary called a thesaurus. So pupils, that brings us to the end of another great lesson. It is always a delight to engage with you, and I hope you sure did have an enjoyable time. I challenge you to follow up on this topic by checking the new Junior English Revised and other English textbooks so that you can become familiar with more antonyms. Try your best to become familiar with the meanings of the opposites so that you can use them in your speech and writing. I also encourage you to try your very best to learn a new word every day so that you can add to your vocabulary bank. I strongly believe that a new word a day keeps bad grammar away. I hope you take up this challenge. However, it is here where I'll say so long for now until our next vocabulary lesson. Goodbye, pupils.